What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Yukon Phil, and today we're going to do a toy review. You can probably tell that by the thumbnail, can't you? I'm going to take a look at this. And the box is backwards, so let's flip it around. This is the NEVARRO Cantina. I don't know how well this is going to go. So let's go to the review table. Let's find out. $52.99. Is it worth it? Let's go to the review table, find out. See you in a second. All right, so here we go. We've got it set up, and this is definitely a mixed bag. I've got the few vintage collection figures that I have out of the box set up in a little scene here with the NEVARRO Cantina. Again, let's go over some specs with this. $52.99. Not really an exclusive anywhere. I got this from Amazon. I did not pay $52.99. I paid $39, and I still feel ripped off. So we're just going to get that out of the way. If I feel ripped off with $39, imagine how I would feel at $52.99. I think there's some good stuff here. I think there's room for a lot of improvement. And then per Hasbro, we've got some corners cut and that sort of thing. So let's kind of get into this a little bit. There's a little bit to talk about here, so we're going to try to go kind of quick and not ramble on. So we'll go through the Cantina. Of course, it does come with a Death Watch Trooper, which I will show you guys at the end. He is carded, so that does help. Let's go ahead and get the figures out of the way here. We've got our 501st clone. I understand he's not got anything to do with the NEVARRO Cantina. Let's get the ARC Trooper out of the way. This was mostly just to kind of show you guys what this looks like, and we'll get the Ron Mando out of the way. This is a good figure, so I've done a 60-second review. If you ever get a chance, pick up this vintage collection Mando because he's really good, really solid figure. All right, so the NEVARRO Cantina comes with quite a few accessories, honestly. We've got bar stools, we've got drinks, we've got shot glasses, and then we've got kind of a blown out section with the windows, as you can see there, kind of from that scene with the Mando and Grief Karga and Cara Dune all being hunted by Moff Gideon and all his soldiers. So that's kind of what we're going for here. Let's go ahead and just kind of start from the front and work our way back. Here is the bar stools. I think these are actually pretty nice. I do like the paint that Hasbro used on these. It's kind of a gunmetal. Let me try to get a good look at it there. Kind of a gunmetal look to it. They stand up nicely, and then you've got a nice brown there as well. So I really don't have any issues with these bar stools. I think they look pretty good. You do, of course, get two. So there you go. Not bad on there. I'll give those, those are pretty good. Pretty good thumbs up. Then we've got the bar itself, which is okay, but, I would have liked to see a little more weathering, a little more paint, a little more detail. We also got all these different drinks, all these little shot glasses and bottles of alcohol and all that sort of thing. So we'll kind of run over those really quick. This is pretty good. I like the translucent paint on it. Looks nice. Little tiny shot glass here. That's even hard to see on camera. You're just going to see my fingernails with that. One issue I did have with that is that on the box, it shows two of those. I only got one in mine. So we were missing one of those. All of these come kind of, you got to put all these together. There's more yellow alcohol and there's some blue. I do like the translucent there. That looks pretty good. And then we've got our green and our orange stuff. Don't ask me what this is, but it's there. So like I said, you have to put all that together. And then we have some broken stuff too to kind of, make it look like a battle was going on. So we've got some broken glasses too, which I think is a nice touch. So with all the accessories that this does come with, I think that is a plus. I think there is enough here to create a decent bar scene and that to kind of mimic what happened in the Mando, that season 1 finale. But let's kind of get down more to the environment piece with this Cantina. This is very basic to me. There's some nice texture along here on the brown to kind of give you a tabletop look, if you will. And then some decent lining and that sort of thing here. You're only going to get away with this side because if we turn it around, you get this. And yeah, that's not going to be usable really for any playset or any environment or anything like that. I would say if you want to, you could store some of the accessories in these sections, but honestly, this is a really one-dimensional piece where you're going to get one side that's usable and that if you want to have a look kind of like this to where it's on the side, I think that's acceptable and that would be usable as well. I had mine out here to start with. You could also put it up here, have it more of the bar, and you get that kind of look. So, I mean, it's okay. Not enough paint, not enough detail for me, really. But that's just kind of the way it goes. Let's get to the main. Let's get the shot glass out of the way. Get to the main section of this play set. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's not enough value here for me to justify $52.99. This does not come put together like this in the box. What you have is you've got 3 sections. So here's the first section right here. Now you'll notice these little areas that you can plug into other sections here on the sides. One thing that I think is a nice touch with this is if you want to buy another NEVARRO Cantina, you can kind of mix and match and make it a bigger section. I wouldn't do that for $52.99, but if you want to, there is that option. This has got some nice sculpt work in it too, as you can kind of see. You can kind of see there's good little rock sculpture. I think that looks good. But again, it's just lacking paint, really. A nice wash over this would have really made it pop, would have made it look good. And, you know, there's not much molding here. We get a little bit right in this section. If you look at the top, a little bit there, but it's not enough. It's very flat on the back and on the front. The only place you're really getting texture is on each side. So that's disappointing. I feel that if we're paying $53, we should have a lot of sculpt work and a lot of things to kind of bring out the details, but that's just not the case here. Let's go ahead and set that aside. That could be placed in either side of this back wall, which is kind of nice as well. So that's kind of where we're at now. Now we're going to take off this next piece here. We're going to kind of do a disassemble. This is where things really get bad for me. I was really expecting this door to be plastic. And again, it's very, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but it's very cartoony. It does not give any sense of realism. I think this control panel is good. I was kind of hoping this control panel would kind of, you know, flow over into this, and this would be plastic, and we'd have some good detail, some good sculpt work. We just don't get that, guys. We do not get that. We get nice sculpt work on the inside. You can see all the squares and all the lining that's gone into this. So that's really good. But as far as the door itself, you'll see back here, it is nothing more. Take it off. And a piece of cardboard. It's thick cardboard, I'll give you that. But to me, that's unacceptable. I remember the old Power of the Force days where we had the Death Star escape and stuff. Those were actually plastic doors and plastic panels that would move in and out. I don't see any reason Hasbro couldn't have done that. That again, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's just the truth. Hasbro's cheaping out. They're kind of screwing us with this. This is not acceptable to me. As far as me paying $53 for, you know, really not even three walls and a bar with some accessories and a figure. It's just not worth it to me. Plus, it doesn't stay on great. It's already coming off. I've had problems with that before the review, and I'm honestly not happy with this. It is really more of the same with the sculpt work. Very flat on this side. You can kind of see those areas where you can plug in to each side of the cantina itself, but it's very flat. It's very, very flat, and I'm honestly not happy with this. Is probably the piece that honestly pisses me off the most. So we'll set that aside. I wish the troubles would get better with the main section, but they just purely don't. The good news is on this section, at least we get a little bit of a breakup. We get a breakup in the gunmetal with the lights and that thing, and then we actually get some nice blast marks. Let me put that up closer to the white so you can tell, so it doesn't flow in with my table. But some nice blast marks in there. That I'm okay with. I think that's better. But again, just not, there's some sculpt work, but not a lot, and it's just very plain, very basic. And as you can see here, I was giving some credit, but all that paint and all that work is on another piece of cardboard right here. So cardboard, guys, I'm not interested in the cardboard setup. I don't think you guys are either. If I'm paying $53 for an environment, for a play set that we've been begging for from Hasbro for so long, I would expect it to be plastic and good plastic. I think this plastic is fairly good. I don't think it's terrible, but there's a lot of room of improvement for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together real quick. Give you one more overview of what it looks like. It's really easy to put together. I'll give Hasbro that. It does stay together fairly well, but again, it's really just execution on the details. You know, I'm not one to go back and detail out my figures and that sort of thing. I really don't like doing that. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. And of course, this is a really good looking figure. It did come mint. No bent corners. We're going to go ahead and move back here a little bit. No bent corners or anything like that. He looks really good. This is a figure that has been released in TVC. It's not exclusive to this set or anything. And there's kind of the back, kind of gives you, this is VC 220. But the figure looks really good. I'm not too sure if I'm going to take him off card yet. I've been going back and forth with if I want to remove my figures, my TVC figures from the package. But the figure itself looks really good. So no problems with this at all. I actually like the figure. I like the card back. And for me, the figure's an A+. So, all right, guys. Well, there you go. That is the review of the NEVARRO Cantina. I got to tell you, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to go back to the desk. I'll give you my final thoughts, and we'll wrap this video up. All right, guys. So there you go. That's kind of what I saw, what I thought about the NEVARRO Cantina. Again, there's the packaging. If you're interested in it. Right now, as I mentioned before, $39 on Amazon. Do not pay any more for this thing. It's not worth it. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. For me, it's a thumbs down. I will not be buying another one of these again to make the Cantina scene any bigger. I'm a little disappointed. Well, I'm a lot disappointed. I'm going to be honest with you. So, you know, it's as always, it's up to you. But take it for what it's for. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. We'll talk to you real soon. And everybody have a good day. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you real soon. Take it easy, everybody. See ya.